Yeah, because everybody could still continue to play her line, try to believe extended edition. Wait. Here we go. Da. The mafia thing is true. His smile fades from his face in a single motion, and then. Don't forget it. He lets go of my hand in a delicate manner. The world swirls around me, my hands pulsate in accordance with my unstable heartbeats, and they burn. They burn so much. It's almost like he just peeled the skin right off of them. Well now, don't want to eat your precious hand of all things. He catches me before I have time to fall on my knees. I'd rather have my head spurting blood than to be wrong use of the word than, Than, than to be touched any longer by this pathetic, disgusting excuse of a man. Now, what was I saying? He looks at Steve with a joviality. He just welcomed him with a few minutes ago. Steve has the same uninterested, unchanged expression he always wears, but his tone, I bet even he doesn't notice the difference. Praises are necessary. He turns around and walks away nonchalantly, but not before looking at me with the kind of eyes that say, Told you you'd be sorry I'd killed you. Where is she? I roar out at the girl in front of me. She's visibly shaken a bit, but I couldn't give less of a shit. Who knows what they're going to do to Cassandra? Who knows if she's still alive right now? I don't have time for this. I don't know. They told me nothing, I swear. Fuck you as if I'd buy this bullshit. She's here somewhere. She has to be. Please, you told her. You scam the customers. Shut up. Where's your manager? I wanna. You, come with me. Suddenly, someone grasps my shoulder firmly. And who's asking? Hey, it's Steve. I turn around to find a man of around the same height and size as myself. Though I feel pretty confident about my physical abilities, my body automatically tenses up the moment I'm faced with this expressionless, annoying mug. This guy's bad news. Steve, just come. Yeah, if worse comes to worse, I might really have to fight with the intent of killing that guy. There's no other way to win. There's no other way to win against him. Or so his body language is telling me. I follow behind him, knowing there's no way around it. But to my surprise, instead of bringing me behind the club, he takes me to the nearest pub. He sits at the bar without even as much as looking at me. Am I not even worth a flimsy bit of wariness? He really wants to anger me. Jack on the rocks, he says to the barman monotonously. Why did you bring me here? I don't have time for this. So you're the one. What does that mean? You're the one who ran away with Cassandra. You know about it? Yeah, since I'm the one who just brought her back. Wait, that means you're responsible for this. Where is she? Blood starts pumping to every extremity of my body. I'm ready to pounce at him at a moment's notice. Sid, she's fine. Don't be a bother for everyone. Don't fuck with me. What did you do to her? I told you she's fine. Now see it. Unless you really want me to break my promise. Promise? Yes, don't you see she's done everything she could to save you, and still you barge in enemy territory like you could resolve everything on your own. What a pain, really. You'd be dead by now if not for her. I finally sit down the moment those words sink in. I've been working on adrenaline this whole time, barely sleeping or even eating but I guess what he's saying is right. If she really is a prostitute and she's affiliated with a criminal organization, then I'm the asshole who ran away with her asset. I was so psyched up that I forgot everything about cautiousness and danger. Maybe I just don't care. Is that how much she means to me? You don't want my advice, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Don't do anything unnecessary. Remember those words. Why do you give a shit what I do? I don't, but she can handle herself. You can't. If you do something unnecessary, I'm the one who'll be forced to clean it up. I can't handle myself? What's that supposed to mean? You're the kind of guy who messes everything up. If you try to save her, you might just end up killing her instead. My father's words pop inside my head as if to laugh at me. I gotta go for school, you fucked everything up as always, and I'm supposed to go and take care of her? Why couldn't you beat those pussies up? But I guess my kid must be the biggest sissy of them all. What an asshole. How dare you treat me like a tool, you piece of shit? You're really vulgar, you know that? Wonder what she sees in you. No matter how I act or how I treat him, this guy just doesn't react. Makes me look even more like a dick because of it. Nothing probably. Tough luck though, because I won't let her get away from me. She's mine and mine alone, understand? You guys really are, pardon my French, fucked up, you know that. He says so while gulping his drink with a hint of annoyance. I hate the ice in these, it dilutes the drink so much, it almost only tastes like water. What is he talking about? Then why did you take it on the rocks? What do you mean? Well, if you said you want it on the rocks, then sure you're going to get ice. Wait, you're telling me it's for the ice? I always thought it was for the coaster they put underneath the drink. What the fuck is with this guy? Just cut the crap. Tell me where she is or else you'll have a real problem on your hands. Sure, I don't mind telling you. He throws out in nonchalance while ordering a new drink, omitting to say on the rocks this time around. Really? Yes, I can write you the address if you give me a pen and paper. Oh, you're right. No ice this time. Here. Is he really going to tell me the truth or is this some kind of trick? She's right there. He jams with his index finger the piece of paper he just wrote on before sliding it to me. And where's this exactly? It's the mansion of Don Julian Chavez. Don? Don't tell me. So she's a fucking prisoner or something and you're telling me she's fine? What are you talking about? Where did that conclusion come from? No, what are you talking about? She ran away with me and she's a fucking prostitute of all things. Why would she be at the boss's house if not for torture or something? A prostitute? You're way off. Huh? What does he mean? She's the boss's son's fiancée. Oh, okay. Wow, what a twist again. God damn. I'm back. I walked slowly down the school's corridor, a wave of lightheadedness hitting at me for at least the third time since I woke up. My mind starts wandering off on its own. I have a hard time even focusing on simple little things. Why did it come to this? After accepting the tutor job, things went relatively well for a while. Sure, most of the money I made was taken away from me, but it's not as drastic as I first feared it would be. But then this guy, Robert, started to act really weird. I think it's because he hates to be seen as inferior or something to someone else. But I can't help it. I'm his teacher. How can I teach him things while acting more ignorant than him? That's just impossible. And his father doesn't help, praising me every chance he gets, comparing the two of us in every aspect. Soon, I was faced with a barrage of simple yet effective abuses. For example, he'd asked me to learn Spanish history in a week in order to teach him, which forced me to lose sleep or barely have time to study for upcoming exams, only for him to lose interest after a few minutes into the lecture. Also, I'd learned to juggle with 3, then 4, then 5 balls while reading his essays, one of which was titled Juggling, the Most Worthless Talent in the World. Still, even when barely listening during class or studying, I was beating him. He'd only fueled his disdain for me. After all, he's the kind of man who's only good at creating Discord. Oh, that chat website? Yeah, the chat app or something? Jeez. He didn't touch me at the very best, but I fear it is going to happen sooner or later. For now, his father is keeping him on the leash. But for how long? I feel like with everything my father owes to them, I'm going to be this psychopath servant for the rest of my life. I barely know what day it is with how little I slept this week. Wonder if I did well on the test. My eyes skim through the corridor and find the bulletin board where they usually hang the names of the top 50. Then, to my pleasant surprise, I find him. Wonder if he did well on this test. I bet he did. I hope that he is happy. If at least one of us turns out to be successful in life, then I'll be glad that I lived to see it. Because he and I were two sides of the same coin. I smile at him unconsciously. It's paradoxical. I wish we could understand each other better, but deep down I know we're the only ones who really understand each other in this world. Yeah? Is he walking toward me? Could it be he noticed something? For some reason, my heartbeat increases. A warm feeling takes a hold of me suddenly. Am I hoping for this? Am I hoping to be saved somehow? Finally, he stands in front of me with his sad, defiant-looking eyes. He's not changed one bit since elementary school. It seems his feelings for me are still the same. What's wrong with you? No, excuse me? What does he mean? Was I right? Did he notice my distress after all? Is this because of your new boyfriend? Eh? Is this jealousy I hear? He's angry. I'm flabbergasted. A new boyfriend? He means Robert. He's not my boyfriend, but then again, I'm kinda glad he sees me as a member of the opposite sex. If only he could remember his promise, then I'm sure everything would be alright. Don't fuck with me. Suddenly he gripped my collar with animosity I've rarely ever seen in his eyes. I don't falter, I don't move, I'm used to violence, and I already knew about his disposition since we were kids. I'm ready to accept it, as long as he's ready to save me. I've long since accepted everything about him, since he's the only one who's predetermined to accept everything about me. What is it with those grades, eh? Are you not taking it seriously anymore, now that you have a boyfriend? Is that it? Huh? My grades, he's still hung up on that, so what's happening right now is because I can't keep up with him anymore, not because of jealousy of any kind of interest toward me. My grades? So all of this is just because of my grades? Yeah. I'm disappointed, I'm saddened, and I feel like a complete idiot. Of course he's not going to remember our promise after all. I know how much he hates me, and I didn't mind taking up that role. As long as one of us finds happiness, I don't mind. That's what I've been telling myself, and yet there's one little voice in the back of my head that's telling me something. A premonition, a certainty about our fate that he and I know, yet simply can't fight against. That we're both going to die at each other's hands. What a premonition. So you, who's Julian? So you've come back, my dear. I'm glad, truly. The bonds takes my hands feebly, looking in the general direction with no real understanding of where I'm actually standing. He's lying in his bed, lots of machines wired through his limbs. You shouldn't have worried. I was only trying to put things in perspective. You know, I still owe you too much to leave all of a sudden. I know. Robert told me you were visiting your distant relative. I was just hoping you didn't do something too terrible this time. That's what I thought. The boss doesn't know about the reason for my disappearance. It's probably why Steve was so leaning toward Tim. Since it wasn't an order that came directly from his boss, he probably didn't feel the need to honor it. In that sense, I'm really happy I wrote that letter. At the very least, even if I were to fail, he could still live on for the both of us. So, when's the marriage? That's why you were fighting, right? Then this means you've come to a conclusion? Well, the boss tries to sit in order to make things more informal, but Robert soon reprimands him. Father, what have I told you? You need to lie down. You can't move too brusquely. The doctor... To think my own idiotic son would be admonishing me like I'm some kind of infant. I must look really pathetic right now. That's not true at all. In a month. Our marriage will be in a month, right, Cash? Right. If it weren't for Tim, I wonder when I would have killed myself. Probably the day when Robert almost beat me to death. This should give you ample time to recover, I'm sure. We both know it's not true. Why not do it in a week? I'm scared of that. With each passing day, Cassandra will see how useless you are and really give up on you. Don't worry, that won't happen, because you won't last a week. He looks at me with the eyes of a predator, appraising his prey. He knows there's no way I can leave, even when the boss has long since decided to revoke my father's debt to him. He still left Robert in charge of handling the paperwork. The next thing I know, Robert is the one I own now, and even if it weren't the case, he would never let me leave as long as I live. I'm a prize to decorate his ego, it seems. I hope it doesn't. When I'm gone, I want to at least know there's someone competent around here. A jackass like you left to his own devices. Who knows how quickly you put us under. Haha. Cassandra, you keep managing the clubs, right? I feel much safer if you're around. I'll do my best. I think Father needs to rest now. He still needs to unpack Cassie's things anyway. I'll take care of it myself. What are you talking about? Dear, can't let you mess up my room with no one watching over you. Your room? Yeah, since we're already engaged, there's no reason not to share our room from now on. Who knows, maybe we can give Father grandchildren in the near future. I guess wedding is no longer an option. Man, what a twist. And she promised she appeared and considered me whenever I needed to. And though I could never get any better at running, she would always try to encourage me. If it weren't for her, I would have probably completely given up on running a long time ago. Tim, why are you running though? I'm sure there are lots of things you could be better at than everybody else. So why something that gives you such a handicap? You're small and always late to start when you hear the whistle. My father once said to me that if you can take something you're really bad at and make it your own, then that's what it means to be a man. Your father. What is it? I turn my head to the right, hand side wall of the stall, and stare in wonder. Don't just now. What? Oh, I thought there was sound effects of beating someone up. Her tone just now feels like I know who owns that voice. Nothing. I was just surprised that you had such a good relationship with your father. I don't. Oh, what a twist. Huh? But I think that to be a man is to understand that even if someone has always been wrong in his life, it doesn't mean he's only the reflection of his wrongdoing. Everybody has a story to tell, and even if my father is a no good violent womanizer, even if I'll probably hate him for the rest of my life, doesn't mean he can't say cool things once in a while. Say, can I also be a man then? What? No way. Why? Because if you're a man, there won't be any meaning to the promise we made. But I want to think like you, can I? Geez, alright, act like you want. Just remember the moment we're hanging together. I'll take the position of the man, so feel free to rely on me when that time comes, alright? Alright. This was the last conversation I ever had with this mysterious bright girl. Soon after, I became the laughing stock of the class, and though I really needed her the most at that moment, she didn't come to save me this time. Oh. Is that why you're such an asshole? Because your promise we made was never promised. I opened my eyes in an overly perturbed state, sweat covering my entire body as if I just had sex. What the pant? What was that? Memories? No, that can't be right. Why would I remember this now of all times? Trying to examine everything not related to Cassandra when I was in elementary school is just a jumbled mess in my head. Even the most disturbing memories, maybe because they're so disturbing, like my father's violent behavior, are completely out of reach right now. The only souvenir I can kind of grasp of him during that period of time are his few nasty words and a week-long trip to the hospital. Was that real? One of those repressed memories that pops up out of nowhere decades after the fact, maybe? I shake my head in repulsion. No wonder I hate myself so much. Fuck, I can't let this get to me. What's done is done. For now, I need to decide it fast. But the guy at the bar, his words come back to me. You don't want my advice, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Don't do anything unnecessary. Remember those words. You're the kind of guy who messes everything up. If you try to save her, you might just end up killing her instead. The house of a mafia boss, eh? Is it going to be extremely dangerous or more like I'm clearly going to get killed there? If it's like he's saying, then... She's the boss's son's fiancée. What the fuck does that mean? That's bullshit. I of all people should know who she is. You clearly don't. You probably thought she was a prostitute because she was working at that club. But the reality is she's the manager. It just so happens that sometimes she needs to fill in when there's a lot of customers. She's a fucking manager in the club? Whoa, okay. Huh, that actually makes sense. It just so happens that sometimes she needs to fill in when there's lots of customers. That can't be. So you see, no need to worry about her. She's not going to get killed, if that's what you're scared of. But just give up. She's way better off without you anyway, no offense. Harsh. Maybe I should really just give up on her. If it means I would get myself killed, then. Her flash in my head for a split second, eyes devoid of hope. Her face so severe you would think she's long since died inside. If she's really fine, then why was she beaten up so badly on that night? If she's really fine, then why did she run away with a loser like me, all of all people? Kuh. I need to choose now. Should I give up on her or not? Knowing that if I don't, I'll probably die. She's not worth it. Shut up. She should keep on suffering like the bitch she is. I said shut up. Why should you die for her anyway? If nothing else, she's the one who... Shut up. You think you keep on ruining me? All my life I've listened to you. And now look where this has led me. No more. I won't listen to you anymore. You hear me? The only way a sissy like you can ever survive in this world is by nurturing his hatred. Nothing can ever get to you if you care about nothing. But I care for her. Lies. You've been playing with her this entire time. Admit it. You like when she's in pain. Now you done it. You fucking done it. At first I thought it would be fine that she alone would survive this. I made peace with it. I mean, a monster like me, she should just disappear, right? My death is the good ending. The only fitting ending for this pitiful tale of ours, right? But now I just realized it. I realized that what I always heard about myself was you all along. So just in order to prove you wrong, because it's you that I always wanted to see in pain, I'll do what should never be possible for a guy like me. I'll create a miracle. The Miracle Worker. Disney trademark. Wait, was it Disney or HBO? I don't know. Everything is laid out in my head perfectly. I now know what I must do in order to make this miracle possible. If everything turns out as I'm predicting, then no one will get between us anymore. No one alive, that is. I already had a vague idea at the moment I decided to take another chance at life. But this idea really concretized. Fuck, I can't read. It's a combination of concrete and something. But this idea really cemented itself. I'm gonna go for that. Cemented itself when I started conversing with Steve on our way back home. How's the boss? No change. So I took it attention has not changed either. It's way worse now actually. In the week you weren't managing the clubs, Robert made it pretty obvious he wouldn't keep the hierarchical structure of the organization intact. As soon as the boss's flame burns out, he's going to take over no matter what. Two factions are not hiding any longer. And which side are you taking? I'm a bit old-fashioned, and also my superior is real close to the current boss. So yeah, if foul plays at work, then I'm probably going to bare my fangs against your fiancé. Sorry about that. That would almost be a shame. But though people are suspicious, those are still only rumors. No one really knows that the boss is being poisoned in little doses, or if he's just dying of old age. And who do you think is going to win? If there's foul play, that is. Probably the new crew. The old generation is very old, and Robert is taking measures by hiring youngsters, as you've probably already noticed, but then again, things will most likely end up without bloodshed, unfortunately. I'd rather die than having your fiancé as my boss. I'll probably take the first opportunity I get to escape from this mess. Stop calling him that. Makes me want to stab my eardrums. Why does it matter to you anyway? I understand you wish he'd be overthrown, but I seriously doubt it'll ever happen. It depends on the last answer you gave me. Do you think a simple misstep would be enough for the two factions to start this bloodshed? That's another statement. Then there's a chance. My plan is simple. Pin the death of the current boss on Robert's faction. Since we're now living together, Robert's abuses are going to get even more extreme, and I know all too well how his sick mind works and how to get to him. After his work around midnight, he'll definitely make his move. Every night he will. Knowing him, he'll start by asking me to go get some wine in the cellar. Ever since he was 15, he's been forcing me to steal some for him. Noticing I never got caught, though, he simply kept the habit, probably to treat me as some kind of a slave. Well, that'll be his downfall. Since it'll be during the night, the only guards on duty will be at the front door or asleep. And literally nobody will be walking around during that time. It will be the perfect opportunity to strike. I'll go stab the old boss to death and hide the murder weapon in the wine cellar, inside one of the barrels that's never supposed to be pried open. Then, when I return, I'll act in a way to infuriate Robert. I'll act in a way where he's going to take out his favorite toy, a butterfly knife. He rarely ever takes it out, but when he does, it's because he's gone berserk. He once ran after me all the way to the back of the house, brandishing the silly thing as if he actually knew how to use it. It will be a reenactment of that day, but instead of the back of the house, I'll be leading him to the dead man's room, making sure to get cut at least once before the fact. And when we're there, I'll make sure to scream in the way horror movie actresses would turn red out of jealousy. The guys will come as quickly as they can, I'm sure, and when they do, they'll see Robert with a knife in his hand, and the old old man bathing in a pool of his own blood. They won't think twice to fire at him. By that time, if I'm lucky enough, I'll be out of the room and onto the veranda. I'll have escaped by the window I'd have left open a few minutes before for that very purpose. And just to make sure Robert dies, I'll use the small doses of aconite, a very effective hard-to-trace poison that I've hidden in the house in case of an emergency. Since it takes around 6 hours to take effect, even if he doesn't die by the old faction's hand, he would die before he has the time to do anything too dangerous. His wine will be the most inconspicuous way to make him ingest it. The only thing I need is for those on guard duty to be mostly composed of the old members' faction, and it just so happens that tomorrow night is going to be that kind of night. So all I have to do is survive until tomorrow, which it seems might be a challenge in and of itself. Turn around and meet the eyes of a beast who just invited himself in his own room. I can almost see him lick his lips behind that kind-hearted exterior of his. I'm so happy that you're safe. My heart is pounding in the chest right now. You want to feel it? He says those words as he closes the door behind him slowly. Tonight's going to be our first real night at last. So why don't you put a smile on your face for the occasion? I'll be gentle, I promise. I was able all this time to avoid any kind of physical intimacy with him, ever since his father forced me in other words, to be engaged with him. I've kept myself busy, trying to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I was producing a lot of money, and since his feelings were more akin to contempt, he left me alone for the most part, but it seems that tonight, I don't have this kind of luxury. You could at least say something. Please say it. I'll make up for the week you've been missing. I'll shower you with love for hours on end, so tell me what I want to hear. That's where I'm supposed to be clueless and not understand how he wants me to react. 7. Huh? You're going to torture me for 7 hours straight. That's what you're telling me. Probably with some cheap candles and small shock-inducing devices. That's what you meant by it. Oh. The tension is on his face drops all of a sudden. The absence of expression can't even describe how unbelievably hollow this mask made out of flesh that he's wearing. This pretense of a visage is right now. I've always played his games, faking to not understand what he wants, waiting and enjoying a few more minutes before answering him the way he wants me to, knowing that those minutes would save me hours of indescribable torture. But not anymore. If he wants to take me that much, then fine, but I won't give him the satisfaction of owning me. No matter what, this man has always been inferior to me, so I'm going to make sure that by the end of the night, he understands very painfully just how much of a difference there is between us. Unfortunately, this is my only means of fighting back. I need to apologize to Tim. I couldn't be his alone, right? Now that he would actually care, he accepted me even when he thought me of a prostitute. Compared to every other man I've known, Tim really is the most gentle of them all. Robert takes his jacket off before walking up to me with his superior demeanor he's always trying to emulate. A shame, and I at least wanted your face to look good for the wedding. I guess we'll have to forbid people from taking pictures then. He brushes my cheek with his hand, as would a man in love, and then violently grabs the back of my neck like a beast in heat. Tonight you're going to the wine cellar naked. Make sure you do it very slowly, and that everybody you come across sees just how shameful you are. Understand? You sure? Even though I'm a woman, they'll still literally see just how big my balls are compared to yours. Maybe they'll even side with it. His grip tightens to a point where speaking is hardly in my capacity. Tonight, I don't want to hear a squeak out of you. Now take this off. He reaches for my dress. I want to cry, I want to pray. I want to shout his name so that he would come save me and tell me that everything is okay. But I can't because I know he's already given up on me. Tim. Suddenly the feeble sounds of someone knocking on the door reach my ears. Rob, are you there? What is it? You know you're disturbing me when I'm with my sweetheart, right? Yeah, but there's someone at the front gate. He's kind of drunk, I think. Do you know what time it is? I don't want to see anybody right now. No disturbances. Do I make myself clear? Yeah, but it's not actually for you, though. It's for the miss. What? Oh shit. Oh god damn it. I have to edit here because I have to prepare for work now. So this is Her Lie Try to Believe Extended Edition. If you want to try to get for yourself, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Well, there are a few typos here and there. You don't know the difference between then and than. It's such a common mistake for some reason. I don't know why. But holy shit, I can't believe it. The extended version is just mafia story. And it goes back to when Cassandra wasn't in high school. She was a tutor for this Robert dude, and it turns out, holy shit, yeah, she was losing sleep. Losing the educational battle with Tim is because Robert was a fucking asshole in the very beginning, making her lose sleep, making her learn Spanish, and oh, it's so goddamn fucking. It's darkly hilarious. Yeah, it's hilariously dark. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.